In this video, you will learn about multiplying polynomials. The strategy that we are going to focus on is what's called foiling. Foiling is a mnemonic device that is used to remember the process of multiplying polynomials, and it is completed in the following order. You first multiply the first terms, then the outer terms, the inner terms, and finally the last terms. Our first example asks us to simplify the product of 3x minus 5 and 2x plus 7. Now first we need to distribute each of the terms together. So we multiply 3x times 2x. So we'll have 3x times 2x plus, and now we'll multiply the 3x to the 7. So it'll be 3x times 7 plus, then we're going to start, because we've multiplied this first term to both the other terms, now I need to multiply the second term to the other two terms. So I'll have negative 5 times 2x, and the last one is we're going to multiply that negative 5 over to the 7. So it'll be negative 5 times 7. Now to simplify from here, we're going to multiply each of the terms. 3x times 2x will become 6, and x times x gives us x squared. And then 3x times 7 gives us plus 21x. Negative 5 times 2x gives us negative 10x. And negative 5 times 7 gives us negative 35. The last thing we have to do is combine our like terms, which in this case we can multiply the combine the 21x minus 10x to become 6x squared plus 11x minus 35 as your final answer. For our next example, we're going to first multiply each of the terms together. So first multiply the x times x, so I have x times x. Then we're going to multiply the x to the second term, so x times plus x times negative 7. Now since I've multiplied the first term to everything in the second parentheses, now I have to start with the next one. So you'll multiply the 6 to the x, so it'll be plus 6 times x, and then the last part is multiplying the 6 to the negative 7. So it's 6 times negative 7. Now we multiply, to simplify, x times x will give us x squared. X times negative 7 becomes minus 7x. 6 times x will be plus 6x. And 6 times negative 7 becomes negative 42. Now from here, the last step is to combine our like terms. So you can add the negative 7x plus 6x together to give you x squared. Negative 7x plus 6x gives you minus x minus 42 as your final answer. In our last example, it says parentheses 6r plus 8 squared. Now this really means 6r plus 8 times 6r plus 8. And we have to make sure that we rewrite it in this way in order to account for all of our terms in the parentheses. So first we'd have to multiply the 6r times 6r. So it'll be 6r times 6r plus, then we'll multiply the 6r times 8, so plus 6r times 8. Then since we've multiplied everything in the first term by the second parentheses, now going to multiply the 8 times 6r, so you plus 8 times 6r. And then the last thing is I have to multiply the 8 times the 8. Now to simplify this, 6r times 6r is going to give us 36r squared. 6r times 8 will give you plus 48r. 8 times 6r is going to give us plus 48r. And 8 times 8 will give you 64. Now if we combine the 48r and the 48r together, they'll give you 36r squared plus 96r plus 64. And that's your final answer.